Hello, mathematicians. Today we are looking at Module 8, Lesson 5, which is all about using representations of an area to develop procedures. So hopefully by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to find the products of fractions using an area model. So look at the spark you're learning. The contractor buys rectangular floors tiles for a home that he is building. How can you find the area of the tile? This is use the square to help you find the area of the tile. And explain your reasoning. So we have 3/4 here. So that means we need to split this square into fourths. And then I'm going to shade 3 of them to represent 3/4 foot. Then we have 1/3. So I'm going to split this into 3 equal sized parts, or as close as possible. And I'm going to shade 1 of them. So we get 1/3 of a foot. So to figure out what my answer is, I'm going to look at what is shaded by both. And that would be these 3 tiles here. So the area represented by the parts of the model that are shaded twice which is 3/12 foot squared, because we have 3 out of the 12. Then we're going to come over here to the next page. And it says to tile a different room, the tile shown at the right is used. Use the square to help you find the area of the tile. Well, so we have 2/3, so we're going to split this into thirds. We're going to shade 2 of them. So we get 2/3. And then we are going to we're going to divide it into 4 equal parts to represent the fourths. And we're going to shade 3 of them. So that would give us 3/4 feet. That should be feet here. So then it says, how can you use your area model to find the area of the tile? Well, we're going to divide the square into 3 equal columns. To show thirds. And 4 equal rows to show fourths. Then shade each fraction. The area of each of the 12 small rectangles is 1/12 foot squared. And the sections shaded twice represent the area of the tile. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be 6 out of 12 feet squared. And our equation would be 3/4 times 2/3 equals 6/12. So for another room in the house that he is building, the contractor uses floorboards with the dimensions shown. Draw an area model. So we are going to start with my force. I'm going to shade 3 to give me the 3/4 of a yard. And then we're going to split into ninths. And we're going to use 4 of them. So when we get to that point, we're looking at this section. This is what is the area of the floorboard? Well, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 out of 36 because we split in 4 this way and 9 this way. So 36 yards squared. It says the area of the floorboard can be modeled with the equation shown. Multiply the numerators and then multiply the denominators. Write your answers in the box. So it says 4 times 3 is 12. 9 times 4 would be 36. Compare your answers from part A and part B. My answers are the same. This says, how can you find the product of two fractions without using a visual model? Explain your thinking. Well, I can multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. When I divide the area into 9 sections by 4 sections, it is like multiplying the denominators. when I shade 4 sections by 3, it is multiplying the numerators. A store is selling new wooden floorboards that measure 2/3 yard by 1/12 yard. What is the area of the floorboard? Write a multiplication equation to model the problem. Well, we would have 2/3 times 1/12. We multiply it straight across, so 2 times 1 equals 2. 3 times 12 equals 36. So we'd have 236 yards squared. So let's describe how you can use an area model to check your answer from part A. So I could divide the square into 3 sections by 12 sections. The number of rectangles is the denominator. Then shade 2 sections by 1 section. And that is the numerator. And that was all for today. So if hopefully by the end of the lesson, you can now find the product of the fractions using an area model. And remember, in order to be a math person, all you have to be is a person and do math.